In the world of conquest campaigns, the proper design of your map holds paramount importance as it lays the foundation for a fair and strategic gameplay experience. By meticulously crafting your map from the very beginning, you ensure that all players are presented with an equitable opportunity to dominate the board based on their strategic prowess, rather than being subject to the whims of an imbalanced design. The primary objective of designing a map is to foster an environment where victory is determined by shrewd strategy and the outcomes of Dominion board game mechanics, rather than being marred by inequalities in territorial distribution. Our new map represents our third map design for this campaign and our third start. Our first map was Dominion, a small, 5 territories each, map that was quickly overwhelmed by the Lightbringers, and it became clear that our campaign would only be 6 or 7 games of Dominion long. We wanted longer. Our second map was the original Stormania, but the big mistake made on that map was having our capitals too close together. A major win in one territory had the Lightbringers on the doorstep of the Dragonlord capital before the end of Year 2. So this time we decided to properly sit down and consider the strategic implications of our campaign map. Aesthetics and randomness would need to give way to thoughtful design. To achieve this goal, a crucial step in the map design process involves the creation of a blob map, a preliminary representation that outlines the basic layout and border relationships between the territories of the competing empires. This initial cartographic endeavor also serves to identify the placement of independent allies, ensuring that all players have equal access to their influence and the potential benefits they offer during territory challenges. The blob map acts as a neutral reference point, guiding the subsequent creation of our pencil-drawn map, where each player could design the physical shape of their territories, but strategic design would be maintained by following the blob map. When it came to redrawing Stormania, we wanted variety, depth, and balance. We had our blob map for guidance, and now we had to bring it to life. Our goal was to ensure that this central landmass, known as Stormania, offered a blend of strategic options and strategic fairness. We wanted a unique and interesting starting point for our campaign. With pencils in hand and hearts full of inspiration, we gathered around a table, our minds abuzz with ideas and options. Each stroke of our hands was guided by a vision to fashion a map that appeared organic, as if it had evolved over centuries, while simultaneously maintaining equilibrium among the players. A delicate dance between aesthetics and strategy ensued. Province by province, we took turns sketching the boundaries of a territory, and the map began to come alive, a living tapestry of diverse shapes and borders, each with its own character and purpose. We understood that a visually appealing and immersive world would enhance our gaming experience and draw us deeper into the minds of our rulers and into the lives of the inhabitants living and interacting across the realms of Stormania. The paramount concern in everything we did was balance, a critical starting expectation in competitive gameplay, especially in a campaign we envisaged running for several years. We had to get it right from the start to ensure that no player would possess an unfair advantage or disadvantage. Inland and coastal positions were delicately considered and allocated, allowing for varied and compelling encounters and territory development, regardless of one's starting location. As the map neared completion, our dedication to balance extended to the placement of independent allies. We sought to provide equal challenges and opportunities throughout Stormania, ensuring that no player would feel isolated or overwhelmed. We all understood that a judicious distribution of allies would foster engaging gameplay, sparking rivalries and alliances that would shape the course of our epic journey. In the end, our collaborative effort had borne fruit. Stormania stood as a testament to our shared vision and unwavering commitment to strategy, fairness, and balance. With the campaign map drawn, a world of limitless possibilities awaited us, a gateway to unforgettable adventures and endless games of Dominion, where our strategic minds would clash and fortunes and glory would be won and lost. It was then time for our pencil map to be digitized. Our tool of choice is Adobe Photoshop. In Photoshop, we can create multiple layers for our map to help manage the various elements of our campaign. A layer for the territories that we can color as empires make gains and losses. A layer for our water zones. a layer for our labels, and a layer for our icons that can be moved about the board. Step 1 was to scan and trace the pencil map of Stormania, our central landmass on which all three empires sit. Our major battlefield for the hearts and minds of the people. And where we cannot win their hearts, perhaps swords may be more persuasive. Our pencil outlines became black-lined territories in Photoshop. An hour of time, and we had turned our new map into a central digitized landmass. 8 territories each, and our capitals now 5 territories apart. 24 lands and people to compete for. But we needed, or maybe I should say wanted, more. Room to explore. Room to expand. New territories to exploit and develop in this new age of dominion throughout the lands of Stormania. We added islands that required dangerous sea voyages, crossing large expanses of open ocean to reach and settle. We had already decided on 2 types of water zones: coastal and open. Coastal would allow our ships to be safe from the dangers of destructive weather and sea creatures that could swallow a boat in one mouthful. Got your eyes on these new lands? Roll the dice and see if fortune smiles upon you. Is exploration simply too dangerous or a worthwhile risk? Only time would tell. Once all of our land territories were finalized around our central landmass, we added in all of our water zones. Several hours later, we had our finished map. The lands of Stormania lived. Who would emerge victorious in this great to and fro of great nations? We were confident now that we were all starting from a fair and strategically neutral position. Only our skills at the campaign and our skills at Dominion would determine the final victor now. Soon we begin. Soon we will discover whose empire would emerge supreme. Would it be Mystria, land of magic and science? Would it be the Lightbringers, devotees of light and an autocratic regime of dominance? Or would it be the Dragon Lords, an empire forged from the might of dragons mixed with the magic of the Fae? Who do you think will win?